This must be shadow ban morning or something. Live now. Share the groups. Share. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Car Chronicles. I'm your host with the most, Captain Tazaryach. Let me see if I can move this over. I'm your host with the most, Captain Tazaryach of the ISUPK under Commander Jenny and Hannah. Let me put my phone number in the chat. Morning, Cap Shalom. You woke and did your dance? No, I didn't. I didn't do my dance when I woke up this morning. I gotta have a reason to do the dance. I really ain't got no reason to do the dance. I could just hit, I could just hit it. Cap Desire, what's good? Champion of all debates. Shout out to you, Apple. Appreciate that. Let me put my phone number in the chat. Let me put my phone. Pause. Go to the chat. Let me put my phone number in here. Do. Pin the message. Did I pin it? Oh, let me pin it. Let me see if it's pinned. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What it do, bro? It's Mike, man. What's that?
What's going on, Mike? You got a question or comment?
Man, I had a question. Did you see that shit I sent to you yesterday, man?
You know, I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. And only
Damn, bro, you missed out.
Yeah, and the reason I didn't get a chance to watch it, because once I had to teach class, I had to just prepare for class, so I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. But I will watch it today. That's the rebuking the altar call service, right?
Come on up in here, man. Let's chop
Yes,
this.
indeed.
Okay, yeah.
By the way, he had deleted his original videos. Like Saint, he had initially put out some stuff against Sam, basically putting up court cases that he had already exposed of himself.
Captain
And he put it, he basically tried to frame it like he was something that he wasn't. And he deleted those roast videos when he realized simple shit was growing faster than his. And then it's shadow ban.
Yeah, the
So you
shadow
already
ban.
know.
Yeah, shadow ban is something that they actually do out there.
And where?
Everywhere. Like sometimes, like Sarnetta's been shadow. I know a lot of brothers that go through that shadow banning. Like that's I'm just what I'm saying is that's a real thing that people do shadow ban you.
And it's crazy because even though Sin was shadow banned for years, this shit still ended up doing more views just because it was funnier. So Saint ended up deleting his shit. You can't even find it no more. You might find clips that other people reposted, but you can't find them original videos because them shits wasn't funny. He got roasted so motherfucking bad that he actually went in Sin's comment section on live and actually started talking shit. That's all I wanted to say, man. Y'all need to check that
I'm gonna
shit out,
check
man.
it out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch it over the weekend, and then I'll let you. I'll do some commentary on it.
Man, make sure you go live and talk about that shit because there's a lot to be learned in that.
Okay, no sweat. I appreciate it, brother.
Good joke.
All right. Hey, yeah, I want to tell y'all something, man. So my superior oil is made. Hold up, where's my label for it? Where did I put my label for it? Here we go. So my superior is made. Now, yesterday if y'all saw me making the superior oil, I think I used 5 oils or something plus an import. So this is the superior oil, and it's 10 oils. It took 10 oils to make this fire ass superior oil. That's gonna be my number one. I do gotta add it to I'm pouring it right now, making it. Ooh. Let's see. It's a doozy. So now what I do for those, now me personally, I like the oils and I like the sprays. The difference between the oils and the sprays is never gonna be the strength. So I know sometimes people ask, is the oil stronger than the spray? The oil is not stronger than the spray, or at least not mine. Right? I'm gonna show y'all something. This is how they want you. When I went to learn how to make the sprays, this is how much, or I'm gonna tell you, this is how much oil they want you to put. I'm gonna show y'all what they teach in the making the sprays, right? When it comes to making the sprays, so this is the spray. Oh wait, let me move it. Let me move the thing for now. I'm gonna put the pole back up just to let you know. So this is a container. This is how much oil they want you to put in. See that? For this, so now they want, when you buy them expensive colognes, they want them to put this much oil, that much cologne. That much spray. And by doing that, of course, the scent doesn't last that long. So the reason why people say they like oils because the alcohol, it dilutes. It has nothing to do with the alcohol or the oil. It has to do with how much they put in there. So they'll tell me, put that much and the rest is alcohol. So what I do is mine's a 50-50. So now the reason why you have to have the alcohol is because it's spraying out such a small nozzle. So because the nozzle is so small, so when you look at, I'll show you after I make it. So this is my official. Now I did this yesterday, but yesterday I had 6. I need to get a different top. Hold on. Yesterday I had 6 oils. I upped it to 10. So to make superior, it took 10 oils. So now to get the oil, caller, hold on one second. So to get the oil, through that, to get the spray through that, that's why you have the alcohol. It makes it sprayable. So now once you do that and you spray it, let me just spray it on me. It becomes the bomb at that. One thing I'm good at is making oils. Woo. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on, Captain, man? It's Enoch.
What's going on, Enoch? You got a question or comment?
Oh, man, most definitely. I just wanted to question about where we left off at. I know we're going to be having conversations. I like the conversations we have because when we evolve, it opens up for more other conversations. So I want to keep it like this. So I know we ended off when we was talking about Paul's vision before I had to go back to work. But before we go into that, I'd like to ask you a question. Do you believe that only the truth about the Most High, we can only get it from the Bible and no other book?
Yes. The Bible, so I look at it like this. The Bible is the primary source. There could be an outside source that affirms or coincides with it, but the Bible is the source. That's God's communication with us.
Okay, cool. So, with that being said, I would like to know if you agree with something that I read in my book, and you said it coincides. So, Peter made a mentioning in my book, Clementine. He said, we will not teach anything outside of what the true prophet has taught, talking about Jesus or Yeshua, whatever they call it. We do not teach outside of anything that he has taught. If we do, we make ourselves greater than him. Do you believe that if we teach anything outside of what Yeshua has taught, we make ourselves to be greater than himself?
I don't know if I would say that, because Christ said we would do greater works than him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I would. What I would say is, if you're teaching something he didn't teach, that's
what I mean.
Right. If you're teaching something that goes against what he says, but as far as works go, Christ said that we would do greater work. John 14:12, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, he shall do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go to my Father.
Oh, okay. So me and you agree on that. If you teach things that he didn't teach, then you make yourself greater than him. Okay, cool. So now this reverts back to Paul. So now I know we was talking about the whole situation. Okay, so let's go with this, right? Paul said, one who eateth herbs is weak.
Yes.
Where can we find Moses, Jesus, or any ever, or even James the bishop ever saying that one who eats herbs is weak? Where can we find it at? That's them saying that.
I don't know if you can find any of them saying that, but Paul is not calling them weak in the sense that you're weak if you just eat herbs. That's not the point that Paul is talking about. And so you can't use that one verse. You got to go to the context. The context is doubtful disputations. So there's a dispute between one who can eat meat, one who can eat herbs. The one who is the meat eater is not coming up against the one that's eating herbs. It's the one that's only eating herbs that's coming up against the one that eats meat, which is what happens today. What Paul is telling the vegan that you're weak. And the reason why he's calling him weak is because he believes that the only way we can live a better life is if we don't eat meat. That's weak. That's what he's saying. The reasoning behind him attacking the meat eater is what Paul is calling weak. Not that you're eating herbs. That's the conflict.
Okay.
Are you a vegan? Are you a vegan or I don't?
Yeah, I'm a vegan.
Okay, so you being a vegan, if you came to me, like, I'm a flesh eater, I eat all flesh, right? So if you came to me and tell me that I shouldn't eat this, live longer, I'm gonna do this, you would be weak, because Paul's point is your life longevity is based on the Most High. It's not based on vegan or non-vegan, because the Most High gave meats to eat.
So from the study, because so like what we told people was the Bible is not just about scripture. It's also historical. Would you believe it's history inside the New Testament and the Old Testament, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Wait, hold on before you go. When I say I eat all flesh, I eat all flesh. So I got people in the chat, Mr. Mook and Darius, saying lawful flesh. I don't have to say that, because y'all know me. And we got to get in the habit. Like, if I say I had a bacon, egg, and cheese, I shouldn't have to say I had a turkey, bacon, egg, and cheese. I should be able to say I had a bacon, egg, and cheese. And because y'all know me, y'all know I don't eat pork. I know from a world concept, it's like, Don Cap, you got to say turkey, bacon, like how y'all saying you eat all flesh that's lawful. Y'all right. I do eat all flesh that's lawful. But that's why, and it goes right into when Paul says, for God, and this is kind of right on the subject, brother, so it's not really deviating, but I do want to address my audience sometimes. So in I appreciate that, brother. So in 1 Timothy 6 and wait, hold on. I just want to find. Damn it. Is it 4? Hold on, it might be 4. When it says in 1 Timothy 4, when it says For every creature of God is good and nothing to be received if it be received with thanksgiving. The verse before that, it says, God created all meats to be received with them that know the truth. So when it comes to the truth, all flesh is lawful according to the truth, which is found in Leviticus, the 11th chapter. So that's why I said all flesh. All right, go ahead, brother. You got it.
Okay, cool. So we agree that the Bible is also history, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what people fail to realize about that history. People think that Paul's letters, he just up and wrote those vegan scriptures. He just got up, okay, let me talk about veganism. That was not the case. Those are letters, and those letters were written at a certain group of people that were vegans. You feel me? And they believed that those were the vegans that followed Christ. So I tell people that Paul's letters were not written for you in this time, at that moment. At that time, he was having a disputation with the vegan followers in that era. You feel what I'm saying? He just didn't
Not okay. So you correct when you say they're letters written to a group of people. That's why it's called like Corinth and Romans, Galatians, Ephesians, XYZ, like that. The part where you have an agenda and Paul didn't is that you're saying that he's attacking the vegan followers. He's not. He's attacking that. That's why he says, and here's how you know he's trying to make it not a dispute. So in Rome, I think the vegan one is in Romans 4. Let me see, there's Romans 4. And so in Romans 14, when it says, him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputation. So what he's trying to get them to stop doing is having unnecessary arguments. He don't want to argue with the vegan. He don't want to, he don't want to have the argument. And that's a fact. It says, for one believe he may eat all things, another who is weak eateth herbs. The reason why he's calling the herb eater or the vegan weak is no different than today. If I make a post and I put up a good piece of steak, vegan, I'm coming for you. See, because you weak. Right. So that's that. Now you got it. Now you got it. And I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you now. Now I'm gonna make fun of you vegans for a second. You gonna get mad. You gonna get mad at my steak, but then you gonna make a post with broccoli that you gonna call broccoli steaks. And this is what you gonna do with the broccoli steak. You gonna have this big ass broccoli that you saute in a pan. You season it just like steak. And you want me to believe that that's a broccoli steak. And what I'm going to do with that steak, now here's what I'm going to do with that broccoli. I'm going to put that in the steamer, use the same seasoning, but I'm going to call it broccoli. And so that's the argument that Paul is having. So now, you're a flesh eater on the phone. I'm a meat eater on the phone. If you and I start going back and forth, somebody that's above both of us. So you and I in the school, we arguing over this flesh. You come at me like you said, you're going to get right at me. So you starting the argument. Now I'm defending the argument. Then somebody's going to come and say, hey man, why y'all having this dispute? They both lawful. That's Paul.
Okay, last question. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, dreams and visions.
Right.
Peter said in the homily, when Jesus asked me, or Yahshua, because I don't like to offend nobody, when he asked me, who do you say I am? He said, I told him that you are the Son of God. Peter said this was an implication that the Most High reveals things to those who are awake. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that certain prophets may have had visions or certain things like that. On the other end, we Ebionites, it seems, we believe that they might have had those things through the heart, that Most High spoke to them through the heart, and they seen it through a vision. So, but anyway, so I just want to know what makes Paul. How can we trust somebody we never knew as far as their vision when we know that people trust in dreams and visions all the time and can be wrong? So how come out of everybody, like if I come and say, I just had a dream that God told me that Paul is not an apostle, how can my dream not be just acceptable as his when only the person who has the dream or the vision can really say that he has this vision, but those that didn't see him had a vision has no proof. So we have no proof that Paul has this vision, but we just believe that he did.
Got you. So in Deuteronomy 13, when it says, if there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and give it the sign of wonder, and the sign of wonder come to pass, whereof he spake of, let's go up after other gods, you shall not hearken. So the law helps us understand if this prophet got a vision. I'm gonna give you an example in the Old Testament, right? Like in the Old Testament, hold on. Also, wait, let me see. I'm gonna see how I can search this. In the Old Testament, there was a brother that was given a this is 1 Kings, the 13th chapter, right? So there was a prophet, right, that said, I want to read just bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
This is 1 Kings 13, and I'm gonna start at 7. Now I'm trying to get straight to the point of the story because it's a couple of scriptures. So 1 Kings 13 and 3.
Okay.
It says, and he gave a sign the same day, saying, this is the sign which the Lord has spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass when the king Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of God, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand against the altar, saying, lay hold on him. And his hand which he put forth against him dried up, so that he could not pull it out again. The altar also was rent. So now that altar get destroyed, right?
Right.
It says, and verse 8 says, and the man of God said unto the king, if thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so it was charged me by the word of the Lord, saying, eat no bread, nor drink no water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest. So he went and returned, not by the way that he came to Bethel. Right? So now this man was told by the Most High not to eat bread, drink water, nor turn again.
Right.
Verse 11 says, now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel, and his son came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel, the words which he spoken unto the king. And so that father says, which way went he? For his son showed him that way. And he said to the son, saddle me the ass. So now he goes to meet this man. So the man that was told not to turn back, this old prophet finds out where he is, and he's going to where he is. Hold on one second. Hey, I'm doing a live stream. I gotta call you right back. Unless you want to text me. All right. So now, when he I'm sorry. So now, as this prophet is telling him that, right? He says, and now in verse, let me see what verse he says. In verse 18, so now just to get you to the point, to your question, he said unto them, I am a prophet also as thou art, and the angel spoke unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee unto thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water, but he lied to him. So now your question says, how do we know we can trust this prophet? If the Lord gives you a prophecy, and then some man told you, that's how you know. You know that prophet died, right? And here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part. When it says he lied to him, he says, so he went back and did eat bread with him. And it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. And he cried unto the man of the God that came from Judah, saying, thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou disobeyed the mouth of the Lord, and have not kept the commandment, like the same cat that lied to him about being a prophet, telling him to come back, is the same cat that prophesied against him for listening to him. So the way you understand if a prophet is truly a prophet is if what they said lines up with what the Most High said. So when it comes to Paul, Paul didn't teach against Christ, didn't teach against the New Testament, didn't do none of that. That's how you know that he was still a prophet.
Okay, so what I'm gonna just do is I'm gonna just go back. I'm gonna check some things off, and I'll bring them back to see what you got to say as far as if it went against Torah or what the Most High said, and
Okay.
we can go off from there.
All right, no problem.
Thanks, Captain.
Hey, no sweat, brother. Be easy.
Yes, sir. You too.
All right. I want to show y'all something, right? Because this is not going to be a long. It's not going to be a long live stream, right? So the Trump thing, I want to show y'all, but I want to. Did I take a screenshot of this? When I tell you that women can be stupid, right? Women can be ignorant. The rapper Eve is an example of said ignorance. When I say an example of said ignorance, right? Eve, Suge, Knight. Eve, right? This is so. When I tell you women are stupid, right? So Eve says, this is what women, and I don't think, man, this is such a disgusting story. Eve revealing details about her brief fling with Dre's longtime rival Suge Knight, a relationship she says began as a form of sweet revenge against the hip-hop mogul. She says, I was still in my little mood about Dre, even though we had made a solid hit together. So now Eve used to be on Aftermath, which was Dre's record label. It doesn't work out. Eve goes to Rough Riders. Eve goes to Rough Riders, has a successful career. She makes up with Dre, has a hit song called Let Me Blow Your Mind. It's Eve and Gwen Stefani. They do the song together. So even after they have that record together, it says, I was still in my little mood about Dre, even though we made a solid hit together. So having Suge, his former boss at Death Row, stomping around in Interscope felt like some sweet revenge. Eve recalled, as I captured by Hip Hop DX. I'm not really sure how I concocted that idea, yet here we were. So Eve is dating Suge Knight. When Proverbs the 9th chapter, right? And now why am I doing this story? I'm doing this story because women think you get revenge. This is Proverbs 9:13, when it says, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knows nothing. What I mean by that is women think you get revenge by sleeping with your man's friend, your man's boss, your man's daddy, somebody close. And all you doing at the end of the day is throwing away your vagina. What you saying is, to get vengeance, I'm going to let this random man tear my vagina up, hit it from the back. I'm going to suck his rod. I'm going to kiss him, flaunt him, because this is how I get vengeance against him. And if you're talking about the mental aspect, okay, if your friend's homie hit it, you run the risk that, number one, you mean that much. Number two, they're actually going to fight about it. Number three, it's going to hit like you think it's going to hit. But you're letting this man throw your body. Do y'all know in sex is like, the difference between sex and SA is submission. Meaning, what I mean by that, when sex is aggressive, sex is physical, sex is violent, sex is, this is sex. This is the reality of sex. That's that. And when you willing to do that, you're saying, I willingly want this man to punish me. That's what you're saying. I willingly want this man. Like, there's songs like, I remember Eddie Murphy Raw when he was doing his stand-up comedy. Eddie Murphy said, he's talking to the ladies. He said, now, ladies, do y'all want a man, when he got you in the bedroom, do y'all want that man to be like, oh, I really want to make love to you? Do y'all want that man, or do y'all want the man that's like, do y'all want? And all the women cheered the latter because they wanted the man that's really giving it to her in the bedroom. So when Eve says, this what makes it more stupid for Eve. This is why I say she's stupid as fuck. Like, she's the dumbest woman that's ever, this is the dumbest woman that's ever gave her vagina away. Because the reason why she said she gave it away was to get vengeance at Dr. Dre because she was on Aftermath and it didn't work out. She wasn't in a relationship with Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre gave her a hit record. This is years after she left. Because she was on Rough Riders. What y'all niggas want? Came out in what, 98, 99? Can't touch. All y'all niggas need, is right here in me. When did that Rough Riders first album? Let me see. Hold on, let me see. Let me Google this real fast. So Rough Riders first album. Let me see. Rough Riders first album. 99. Rough Riders first album came out in 99. Rough Riders released that album April 27th, 1999. So she's already on the label. Now let's see when Let Me Blow Your Mind came out. Eve, Let Me Blow Your Mind. Eve, Let Me Blow Your Mind comes out 2 years later, 2001. So let's say, when was Eve on? Let's see when Eve was on Aftermath. Eve left. Caller, hold on a second. Left Aftermath. So Eve was on Aftermath first in 98, right? Eve left Dr. Dre's Aftermath in 98, and I think she came back in, it says again in 2007, right? So Eve leaves Aftermath in 98. So you telling me Dre, who she's not in a relationship with, the way you get vengeance is to let Suge tear your ass up? And that's supposed to be a flex. Women believe that letting a nigga that means absolutely nothing to you, you're getting vengeance. So can you imagine? I wonder what be going through your brain, like as he's pounding you at, yeah, you're gonna be mad at this, Dre. How is that vengeance? How is getting your box beat up vengeance, man? Like, women don't even think. Like, women be think. I remember Glorilla got a song. She said, I took a nigga down. You don't take a nigga down. He takes you down. All you doing is getting beat up. Women, listen, only men, women don't like women hate that there's no equality. When it comes to sex, there is no equality. Men are always going to beat it up. Why am I'm saying, now normally I would say men are always going to dominate. The reason why I'm using the term beat it up, so you can get it in your brain. You don't take a nigga down. It's impossible to take a nigga down. You have to lay down and get the shit, you're getting inserted into. There's nothing that you're inserting in a man to take him down. He's inserting it in you. If he has girth, then you have to handle that insertion. That up and down, the up and down, the up and down is you getting penetrated. Boom, 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 boom. You don't take nobody down unless, like somebody said, unless you Gorilla Hebrew. Gorilla Hebrew got to take it down for sure. That nigga got to take it down. So that song Glorilla, I bet his woman, when she hear that, I took your nigga down before, she looking at it like that. But when it comes to the act of sex, you get dominated. No matter how good it feels. Now, a man can be what they call P-whipped, right? P-whipped is something that can happen to a man because woman's vagina feels wonderful. So I'm not talking about the feeling of sex. I'm talking about the act of sex is you getting taken down. And Eve is after. I know Dre reading that story like, nah, I'm gonna give, like she gave that pussy away to get even at me, dumb bitch. That's the only answer that can come out of that. I don't know no other flex that maybe a woman can call in and tell me the flex. Maybe a brother can call in and tell me the flex. But what is the flex that Dre finds out that you that you had sex and dated Suge to get even with me? What is the flex? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Shalom, Cap.
Hey, Shalom, brother. You got a question or comment?
Yeah, I got a question. My name is Greg Battle Creek. I just got I want to know if you do like actual counseling, like
yes, I do actual counseling.
Like, is there a website I can go to? And
no, there's a number. This number you call when this live is over. You can text or call. I determine where you live at, and sometimes the counseling department in that zone will do it. I can do the counseling, or sometimes it can get to the general, but we do actual counseling. We have a counseling department. Depending on the type of counseling you pay, it's usually $50 per person for a counsel, depending on the counseling, because you can get like a regular, like a conversation type of counsel. Hold up. Caller, hold on.
All right. When I was having, you said that last part.
So yeah, what I was saying was you can get like a phone call type of counselor. Let's say if it's quick, if it's a scheduled counseling, it's usually $50 per person.
Okay. All right, that's all I needed.
All right, no sweat. All right, no problem. Thanks. All right, 347-575.
Shalom, Kevin. Raheem from Jersey.
Got you, Raheem. I always know it's you. I just like to say the names. I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying like, hey, what's your name? Where you calling from? It's just a habit.
Oh, all right. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Question. The last thing you did last night, that class, that breakdown class, that was a good class.
Oh, most high in Christ, brother. I appreciate it.
Yes. Now, question. Can you please elaborate a little bit more about the great falling away and the son of perdition? I don't understand what is falling away. What's going to fall away?
The kingdom. What falls away? Kingdom? This kingdom. So when Christ, so in 2 Thessalonians, when it says that day shall not come, the day that it's talking about is the day of the Most High.
Okay.
You know, in the Old Testament, it says, woe unto them that desire the day of the Lord. Is not the day of the Lord darkness and not light. Wait, hold on. Caller, hold on. All right, y'all gonna be the last two callers. I'm not taking any more calls. I do have to go. I told you in the beginning this wasn't going to be long. So this call and the current call, that's all will be the last two callers. So now, the Bible says, woe unto the day of the Lord, those that desire the day of the Lord, because that day is darkness, not light. The reason why that day is darkness and not light is because the destruction that's going to come to this place when the day of the Lord happens. Right? And so in 2 Thessalonians 2, when it says, this verse 1, it says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Adonai Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by words, nor by letters from us, as that the day of Christ is at hand. And let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Meaning that when that day comes, because even up until this day right now, there's enemies of the Most High. You would agree, right?
Yeah, of course.
There's enemies of Christ, right?
Right.
So those enemies want to prevent this day from coming. Those enemies don't want this day to come. And they're going to fight. There's going to be wars before the day come. So that day don't come unless this kingdom fall. And that's why I said, like, Christians pray for America, pray for Israel, pray for Ukraine, pray for everybody. We don't. Our prayer is let loose all the plagues. The plagues have to come so that. I apologize. I think it should be back now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna rewind a little bit, and I'm gonna try to make this brief. So the brother called in with a question. His question was, well, you repeat the question if you can surmise it. What the Christians asked you.
They're saying that Rachel in the New Testament, the one that was weeping for her children when Herod sent out the decree.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they were coming after Jesus.
Right. And so he's saying that Rachel
was cursed.
Right. The Rachel was cursed, and that's why they were punished, right?
Yeah, that's why she was chosen.
Why she was chosen?
Yeah, that's why she was chosen for that situation, because she was cursed.
So where does it say Rachel was chosen?
That's how
the Christians explain it?
Yeah, they're saying that the reason why she was chosen was because she was cursed.
Okay. So when on your own time, I'm going to read it for you. And your own time, you can check it out. In Matthew 2:18, I'm sorry, you want to read 16 through 18. 16 is where Herod puts out the decree to unalive 2 years and younger Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the lamenting takes place. And then 17 is when it said, then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying. So Jeremiah gave a prophecy that this would happen to the children of Israel. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so now once that happens, verse 18, it says, in Ramah was there a voice heard. Ramah is also in Jeremiah 31:15. Ramah is where the lamentation is being spoken of. Then it says, weeping in great mourning, Rachel weeping for her children. Rachel is a metaphor for a mother of Israel. Rachel is also mentioned in Jeremiah 31:15. It's weeping for the children of Israel. It's not about it being a curse. It's about it being a prophecy of trying to stop Christ from coming. So this king, in his way of trying to stop Christ from coming, is unaliving the Israelites that are 2 years and younger. But there's no literal woman in the New Testament that lost her children named Rachel. The Rachel is in reference to the woman's name that's used in Jeremiah, which goes back to one of the mothers of the children of Israel. You follow?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. And all you got to do is just read that verse, and then you'll get it. All right? Read Matthew 2:16, go to 18, and then go to Jeremiah 31:15, and you'll see that Matthew is quoting that verse verbatim.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. I appreciate it.
All right.
Sure. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. I do got to go. I got a busy day ahead of me. There's no super chats. So in closing, I'm trying to do a closing. In closing, Superior. Oh, I ain't even got the shit right. Superior will be available. I'm going to do it as soon as I get off the phone. There's 10 oils to make. It's a good, strong smell for brothers want to smell good. Exquisite for ladies is already on the website. I got a 25% off sale. It ends on the 20. Oh, it ends today. So the 25% off sale that I have, it ends today. Make sure you get yours. Any other announcements? We got the cookout. Make sure you support the GoFundMe cookout. We got a GoFundMe cookout. Make sure you support it. The cookout is next week. That's for all my people to come and eat, break bread with us. What else? I think that's it. So until next time, Shalom Israel. Take care.